Alrighty, we are back for Kenshi 101, episode 73. So, it's now nighttime. At the end of the last episode, it was daytime. So, came over here, sold some stuff, um, also hired 3 new people from the samurai that we recovered. The two, what do you call them? Hivers that were both missing a leg. That is still beep. Yeah, it's still boop. Boop. Go back. So these two are the 2 hivers that were missing a leg. So it's hopped and FSCK. And one of them is a prince and can't wear, it's him, I believe. So he's a prince, so he cannot wear the same type of helmet this guy can, or something like that. Or is he the prince? I don't remember. Anywho, yeah, yeah, so this is the prince, this is not the prince. So, anywho, they're working on stuff, and we also, let's see, put in inventory. Should we steal this? Why not? It's worth money. We're already here. We'll put them in naked. What do they have to say? Please! That's it? Okay. So, they're all alive. We do not want to heal you, actually. Hold. Job's off. I think what I'm gonna have to do is get out of here and have Boop be the one to kill them all. And he, I think, is gonna need to dump all of his meds to prevent him automatically doing stuff. Anywho, so we also moved some inventory around to get all the EVs fairly full. Although I'm gonna have to do a little bit. Well, I could just wait and sell stuff. But we got a lot of the high grade stuff in these two as sort of like overflow. And I'd put a lot of it in storage, but we don't really have that much storage space. I have some of it. We really have. What is going on? There it goes. We really have too much. That's high as high. I can see it. But yeah. Actually, we got rid of all of our chess pieces a minute ago for hivers. Do we have any that are standard or better? We just have to carry leathers? I guess I gotta carry some leathers for now. And none of these are great. Alright. Well, he's set free. Pick up. Put down. Put in. A hiver diplomat. That's interesting. Anywho. So, did some of the busy work. A lot of these guys have not that much random junk in them now. I kept all the food where it was. Some of them do. Mostly people either towards the top, who I didn't get to all of them, or I think the aimbots are mostly okay. I think there's like one that had this. and everyone else is fine. Oh wait, a little bit on green. What do we'll build? What the fuck? Oh, iron plates. What the fuck? I had accidentally dismantled. Okay. I'm not sure what the fuck just happened. And the iron just disappeared. What? Four, 5, 6. I clicked dismantle on accident and all the iron's gone. What the fuck? Bill. Down. So. Pete, I think yours is dead. Hammett does not have one. Achilles, you don't have one. Bot? No, Bot. What's Subs? No. Rukia? Yes, it was Rukia. Rukia has the last one. Alright, put in. Oh wait, he's med now, so I need to get rid of those real quick. Loot. Alrighty. So if I click back here, no. How do I click on the dead one? Do I pick up the dead one? No. Put in. This thing is so glitchy. Especially if you peel multiple people. It's just like, we tried it with one person, we never tried it with multiple people in bug testing. I'm sure it's fine. Like imagine if there's like multiple people got peeled and then your character got peeled and he's in the peeler machine and you fight all the skin bandits, you gotta rescue him and you literally can't click on him because there's too many bodies in there. And he just dies because you can't click on it. That would suck. And that totally could happen. Because this, you know. Oh, that's not the one who's. No, that's the one who's dying. But that's the one who's dead. But if there were enough of them, it'd be a problem. Alright, this one is dead. That one is dead. Alright. Put down. And can I click on this one at all? Lock. Inventory. Apparently I have some leather. And various limbs. Alright. Peeling done. Peeling done. So, ready to go. I'm thinking new people. One of them's a robot. Right? So, Dig, it belongs with his fellow robots. And the other two can go on the sequel side. You don't have bounties, so sniper, go in here. Hello. You do not have money again. I cry. And no new inventory. Alright. So it was that. Alright. You have yes? No, that can't stack. Okay, so 5, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5. And none of the other packs have any bolts, I don't think. Alright. We got way too much weapons and armor. We need to store some of it. We don't have, I think, enough building material. I think that's sort of like the thing holding us back. Who can I trade with? That made some space, but it's still not enough to fit like a big armor. So we got a little space in Espion and Growlithe. Espion and Growlithe primarily, and then these ones I'm trying to do weapons and food. It's true. It's Houndoom now that I've moved some of this away. Can I do that? I can do that. I'm gonna do this. That's not gonna be enough, right? Oh, it is. It is. Did not expect that. Does that buy me anything? No. What about doing it this way? No. Oh well. Now the 2 helmets and a sword in here. And then I guess I could move the sword. And some food. Why not? And some random junk. Alright. Anyone else have random junk? Random metal, building materials? Yeah. Alright. What do we need for storage? Interior? No. Swords? What do we need? We need armor storage. It is 1 building material. Alright. These in here. Storage. Armor storage. That'll be okay. Alright. Go down. Pick up. Pick up. Go down. 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 Alright. Okay. Everyone set up jobs and hold. I don't really care if these guys have brains or not. These are the ones who matter if they have brains. Alright. So, this will be helmets that we're gonna keep specifically. We have another helmet thing upstairs, so alright. And this will be more legs and armor. Not a whole lot of them. Alright. Then this will be chest. Place yeah. That's okay, and then right, I have some helmets here, don't I? Anything better than high? Nope. So this should all be these types of armors. And you just don't have any armor anymore. Alright. I believe this one was only chest, but also has some legs in it now for, I don't know, reasons. And helmets. Because I don't know reasons. Then helmet. 1 standard. Alright. So, let's first go to you. I can put that in here for now. That in here for now. And then come with the leviathan. This is where we're keeping the weapons. Probably want to keep the 2 backups here. I don't know about all these Mark 3s. I can see keeping 2 Mark 3 Walker Velocities just because they're useful. Oh, no, these, no, Naganatas. Actually, let's keep 1 of those and 1 of these. Let's also keep some Mark 3 no Daki. So, we have some Mark 3s to use if we get some new people. Specifically light ones, like 8 and 3 kilograms isn't too heavy. And then we have sidearms, and then we have the good one, the as walker, and the not as good one, which actually has I'm gonna leave here. Alright. That's, not too bad. And then we have 4 sandals, the backpacks. Perhaps 2 more of those type of helmets to put downstairs. Anything from here we need. Alright. So, masterwork. We're gonna need, I would say, 3 of these, right? Black and chain. Anything black and chain that's good quality we want. So the turtleneck has better coverage than the leather shirt, so we want to keep that. Anything higher than masterwork we definitely want. We'll just try to keep 1 of those. Just 1 of those. We could keep a masterwork shirt, but I'm kind of like, eh. And this is just more helmets. What do we have helmet-wise that is better than high quality? Nothing. Alright. So. Let's dump some of these helmets we picked up. Alright. Let's go to Hound. No. Hour. Yes. Who has stuff that's decent quality? Somebody, I'm sure. So garbage than his actual weapon. Let's start. Let's go top down. I don't really care about high quality shirts that aren't, well, even if they are chainmail, I'm kind of like on the fence about carrying. Alright, and then these guys are all empty because I already got them, right? Yeah. Top down. Garbage. Don't care. Fine. Fine. I mean, it's serious, not bad, but not like, eh. I guess I'll say it. And then I don't think any of these other things I care about, so it's just these guys now. Alright, so we got enough shirts in here. Alright, we need some helmets now. So we got 2 of those, that's probably good. We got 2 of these, alright. probably good for these guys. And then for legs, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think any of these are specialists. Yeah. We already got 3 over here. We get 2 specialists. Oh, these are the ones from martial arts, so we're probably not gonna need them. We got a mercenary leather. Another mercenary black, and then got 4 of those. Alright. We are good. We are good. I think special work, okay. I was in master work for a second. I was like, what? Actually, put that in there too. Okay. Way too much meds, but whatever. We've got lots and lots of stuff we probably aren't going to use, but that's okay. It's better to have it and not need it. They need to not have it. And any more tech stuff we want to throw in here, not that we really need it. I think I saw a little bit. I think it was in not the original group, but in the sequels. Yeah? Savvy? Yes. And you're right. Okay. So, that cleared out some pack animals. You have some stuff you can get rid of, but you don't have any, and food. So, I'm thinking, trade with you. Trade you with Hound Hour. Get rid of anything that's not food here, alright? And basically have food v3 because, food over here is stuffed. I don't think. I can put a little bit of this. And then for the Jolteon, apparently can fit some, but not much. Alright. Very much, not much. Most of the guys are empty. Alright. So, I gotta throw that in here real quick. Who should have food? So, you're good. Give you a little bit of meat. Give you a little bit of meat. Um, Come on. That'll fit there. You or space here. That's not very good. Uh, And then, let's see. Now we're down to one food animal again. Alright. Herbal sequel. Or two actually, not one. Trade with Jumpia. Alright. That's probably pretty good. Alright. We, I think, are ready to roll. Wait. How are you on food? You got enough food. Okay. We are ready to roll out. There's nothing to buy here. There's nothing to do here. This took a while. That's okay. Plot Lagoon. Done the important thing. We've executed the nobles. We've hired the new people. We're not carrying anyone. The only thing we haven't done that we could do is heal, I guess. We should probably do that real quick. Oh, we gotta do that real quick. No, I'm out. You can come out. You're not done yet. You're not done yet. You're not done yet. You're done. You're done. And you're done. Alright. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Alrighty. Who has a leg that needs work or an arm? 44, not 45, 4. One 92. Oh, how like I go to the original, it's like, who's hurt? Literally everyone. With a robot whip. Who needs repair? Everyone. 5, almost 25, 30, 30, 30. Nine. You're good, and you're good. That's everyone. So, none to buy or sell. Nothing to do here. Time to go. kind of crazy how much busy work there is once you get like a really big squad. Yes. These are the traders I'm looking for. Hello. Alright. Start on food, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Um, what kind of stuff will 144? That. Maybe some more stuff here or there. Alright, 17. You're out. Out of money. But that means you just have food. You're empty. You're almost empty. You're almost empty. You're almost empty. Who would be if I traded you two together? Trade Arcanine? Yes. Where's Growlithe? Alright. That here. Yes. And that'll fit. That'll fit. Um, yes. And I don't know if we can make all that stuff fit. Ah. Okay. So, we want to get a lot of this junk into the pack animals, because when we get to the city, we're only going to send the pack animals and like one person. Yeah, we'll trade that. That's almost used up. I can just grab a new one real quick from like, uh, or you, right? Let's see. That's not ideal. Also seems like that's maybe a mistake. Okay, that makes sense because you have to resist with the swords, but this maybe makes a little bit less sense. Uh, Alright. Trade with Vulpix, I think? Well, Vulpix is empty. Arcanine is not, and Growlithe is not. Alright. Could be worse. Alright. So that's Vulpix with Ninetales. I don't think we're gonna make everything fit. Go right up to Ninetales. And some of these guys are like really full. Anywho, not going too badly. I think only a few people in this group have stuff. Maybe we will make everything fit. A lot of this stuff stacks. And it's not too big, so more easily fitted together like a puzzle. Come on, almost there. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna make all this fit? Do that. Help. Maybe? Yes. Alright, that could fit 3 by 2, but, yeah, I think it was full. And then trade was half. That's food, and then the egg. Okay, we did get everything in here, but we had to put a little bit of stuff in here. That's not too bad. And the day's almost over, we're not gonna get there in time. And that was all on pause too, so it's like, whatever. Nothing I could do, other than leave earlier, but like, that doesn't always work out. Go talk to our new friends, the Western Hive traders. Can you afford that? You can. Alright. Buy some food. You got money? Alright, what am I saying? Out of food, not out of money. Sell the cheaper ones. And let's get through all this real quick. These are kind of expensive, so I'll hold on to them for a minute. Get through some of the other stuff. That 85 left. So we're at 879K. Decent chunk of change. And we need these guys, and let's go with kind of want to go with some of the new guys. What's your speed? Your speed is 30, 33. FSCK, you're up. You're new enough that you do not have a bounty. Talk to Fade. So the worry is we'll run into some mercenaries who will, of course, attack us because, you know, fuck them. There's that gate. Nothing you do. You convince them to stop attacking you. It's like, why do heck? We give you money, you attack us. We give you more money, you attack us. We give you more money. It's like, enough is never enough. Crazy people. Oh well. Okay. He's out of money. So, going in the bar, this one's more dangerous, this one's less dangerous. Less people come to this one. Alright. And he has no money. Alright, so. No mercenaries, we got tech hunters. Drifter, tech hunter, okay. This. So I could sell them all these, but you would run out of money very quickly if I did that. So I'm going to focus more on the less expensive stuff. That's maybe a bit expensive, but big. Anything under 1,000 sword-wise, nah. Break the bank. All right. Okay. Oh, fucking moon queen. So we went here, here, and here. All that's left is the ranger shop, the armor shop, and the headgear shop, so we gotta wait till 6 a.m. These guys are fine over there. So he's fine bounty-wise. I'm sure somebody over here had some local bounty. From one of the many times we fought the tech ninjas. Or tech hunters, not tech ninjas. But they're a totally different faction. You have tech ninjas, you have tech hunters, you have like 20 different types of ninjas. Not confusing at all. You have the free traders and the free cities, which are unrelated, and then the empire traders. No, it didn't turn around now. Tengu's a tech hunter. Animals, I hope? Yeah, animals. It is now 6 a.m. Yes. Ooh, and you have it too. 23 of them. Nice. What to sell you? A lot of these are a bit expensive. I think that's a bit expensive. You got a garbage quality one. Feels bad. Could sell that, but that's right bankrupt immediately. What can I sell him that won't immediately bankrupt it? That's 3K. Alright. 100. Yes. So, after we finish these guys off, we can start heading north to deal with the northern bit of the Empire. Shouldn't be too crazy or difficult. No good hat. A very high quality iron hat would be great. Like, not high, but like specialist math work. In case we get another very good archer who's a what do you call it? Word. Brain is blanking. Brain. Work. Hive. Remember the hive. That's them probably taking out the animals some more. Yeah, the animals got up, the animals went down again. As they do. Alrighty. I'm like, didn't we sell you that sword? High grade, nothing, anything. Okay, specialist. There you go. That is wonderful. Good job. You have one thing worth buying. Very, very good. That is honestly more than I expected. Animal traders and hello. You have stuff. Yay. Alright, let's start with you. Alright, then you. You. Alright. Good job. That's a lot of pack animals running around. There's probably at least one more group of creative people here I can talk to. Probably in a bar? No. Maybe in this bar. Yeah. And he's got money. Heh. Alright. Perfect. So. We are directly translating a lot of this stuff into cash and food. And we're at over 1 million. And we've got almost 3 full pack animals for food at this point. Like, okay, 2.5. So, but a lot of this is ration packs. We have a lot of ration packs, which are like super dense. Like the food per square on that is like the best in the game, other than the ones you can only get in that like one spot. Alright, who do we want? We want Pound Hour, because you're the food guy. And third, beef. Hound Dude. There you go. Alright. And then afterwards we'll transfer away all of the not food. Less clicking than doing those 2 pack animals. I think. Do you get yes. I think that's all of them. Are they critical? Yeah, they're all dead. Alright. So, trade with you. Trade with you. Right. This is not very efficient. Dump. Very not efficient. Oh, and the game just crashed. Alrighty, so the game crashed, reverted to the autosave, was still in the city, finished selling some stuff there, came over here, picked up all the stuff again, put it in the pack animals, and did a little bit of reorganizing. Evie is now the least full of the not empty ones. All the food in here, these guys are empty, full, full, yada yada yada. So, let's see, what do we gotta do? We need to trade with Umbreon. So you have 5 bolts. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, yeah, one more. 5. 5. 5. 5. 2. So 0, 2. Everyone else has 5. We still need more bolts. what to do now. So, we're in Flat's Lagoon. We traded stuff in Mourn. We traded stuff here. On the to-do list, wipe out the Empire Northern bit, wipe out the Asslands. That could really happen in either order. Who else is on the list? Fuck. I think it was the head of the Blood Reavers, I think was on the list, maybe? They're like somewhere over here, I think. I think they're in Stove's Garden. Or maybe it was the head of the robot. Robot? I think it was Robot Bandits or something like that. Anywho. Probably want to do the Empire bit first. Probably want to hit Branketh and like some of these southern villages. Well, I say southern, not really southern. The more southern villages. As we head up and hit like Hang and slave farms and all that jazz. We probably want to hit Hang and then let's see. Hang has Hang the capital? No. Hang has the trader guy, but it's not the capital. I think Heft is the capital. We probably want to hit Heft last. I think Port North has Me Too weapon. So we'll head towards Brink, I think. I think that's a smart move. Probably also smart to go that way to avoid running into anybody. Warden. We'll go here. Where did that dog go? He just ran away? He just ran away to attack. Was he attacking? I can no longer see. Whatever. He attacked somebody. So like the big things are in the water now, so we can go and not worry. Some traders. Hello. Hello, traveler. Potion, sir. I will take your strongest potion. You don't have a lot of food. Feels bad. 300. So. I think, yeah. Alright, you're out. You have no monies. Mourn maybe has more money again. Maybe. I wouldn't bet on it, so I check. I guess. Won't take that long. It's been about 48 hours since I cleared them out. Interesting. Some of you are glitching into walls. Or walking into walls, I'm not sure. One of the two. He's got money again. Okay. New stock. Okay. Very good. You have 2. Now you have 5. That's actually really good. We want that. Honestly, I'd rather just have money, but you can't always get what you want. So that. Alright. He is now out of money. That's probably good. So, where do I want to go? I want to go north. Do we want to go this way? Maybe. Might actually make sense to go through Stove's Garden, get to the unwanted zone, get the storm gap, and avoid Venge. And that way, we could stop by Stove's Garden and sell some stuff. And buy some stuff, because they have a archery place. Yeah, I like that idea. I do not want to go near that nest, because fuck that noise. Oh, that's a big boy. And he probably sees us. Coming towards us. He's patrolling. Well. What is he fighting? A drone. They're fucked. Oh wait, we don't want to go there quite yet, and we're getting attacked. Alright. Fuck. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. I don't see the elder. And that's the elder running over here. Great. Well, let's just come over here, hope they leave us alone. They have you? I guess, Evie. That. Great. Oh look, one of them's alive. Hello, Prince. Not for long. Ha ha ha. Ooh. Better quality gear than most of your teammates. That's probably good. And off we go. So I think we already looted the armory. And I don't know where the elder went, but it's not here, so I'm okay with that. Oh boy, that's a lot of big things. Great. Come here. Undo holes for you guys. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Alright, sniper squad. Was able to defeat them. It's great. Little bit beat up. Not too bad. Grab. So, been IDing a sword today, which has been fun. It's one of the probably Navy prison Japanese sword, known as a Kyuganto or Old Saber, which I've had people argue with me like it can't mean Old Saber. That doesn't make any sense because whatever. So, the Kyuganto came out before the Shin Gunto. So it was just Gunto, and they added Q and Shin to be like old and new or whatever. But I've since found a translation done by a guy who's Japanese, who like born in Japan, raised in Japan, and he translated into English as, and he's like a Gunto specialist as Old Saber because the Q Guntos came out before the the Shin Guntos was the more traditional style, katana like Guntos. So that's what's going on with the naming scheme. That's why you have like these swords that like look more like a European style saber being called Old Saber, and you have these swords look more like a katana being called not Old Saber. Like to somebody who's like doesn't know the exact date these were, I mean hell, I don't even know the exact dates for all of them. But if someone doesn't know the dates, I know like there's like the 1932 version for the Shin Gunto, and there's a couple others, but the 32 was like the famous one. The most, I believe, of the model 95 or 94, 94 or 95 in 1932. All right. Anywho, that's what's going on with the naming scheme. It's a bit confusing, but that's the Japanese sword for you. And tracking down the dates of all this stuff is like a headache. Because so much of the documentation doesn't have any dates. Actually, that's a shoddy grade. Great. Dump, dump. Alright. So there's a hive we could raid, but meh. We do have to take out the Southern Hive Queen. We could really take the Southern Hive Queen out at any given time. Huh. Really just go to that one building and attack. I don't want to fight you. You're busy fighting someone else. Leave me alone. And you're not gonna leave me alone. Really unfortunate. I have to kill you all. Undo hold. Yeah. Anywho. It's, there was like a ton of prisoners in Japan, not just for like normal prisoners, but war prisoners. Because they did have like the Russo-Japanese War, and they did have like fighting in Korea and fighting in China and all that stuff. So there's a fair amount of fighting going on. And because there's a fair amount of fighting going on, there's a fair amount of need to have lots of prisons for all these prisoners. At least the ones that they, didn't kill. Because, like, some of the prisoners, especially in, like, China, they're just like, no, it's gonna kill them all. It's, the military discipline was not great. It wasn't like the generals were saying, hey, you should do this. It was like they had this different idea of military discipline where if you do something you're not supposed to do, but it turns out good or whatever, however that, you define good, right? But if you do something bad, but it turns out good and you do it for the right reason, that is not considered a bad thing to do. This is like a very different moral system than we have now, right? Which is like much more black and white. They had a much less black and white, good, bad moral system in the military back then. So as a result, you see things like somebody assassinating someone because they believed he was not serving the emperor or whatever, right? And that'd be seen as like a good thing to assassinate a superior officer because they weren't loyal or something. Like, they weren't loyal enough, or they were loyal, but they were like doing something they shouldn't be doing because it didn't serve the emperor or whatever. So it's a good thing that I murdered him. Like, very different view on right and wrong. And as a result, that people would be like, yeah, do the whole like, don't do war crimes. And then people would be like, well, I know we were told not to do war crimes, but we're gonna do war crimes because we believe it's whatever. We think it's best for whatever reason they think it's best. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be told not to do stuff and then they'd do it, and then they'd be like, well, I know you told us not to do it, but you didn't mean not to do it, right? You just told us not to do it. It's like crazy stuff like that. And that was like, or like, you told us not to do it, but we think the emperor would want us to do it. And like, for whatever crazy reason. So they didn't exactly have like military, what's the word? Obedience quite the way we know about it today. Like, nowadays in a modern military, if you did that, you'd be put on trial, like, immediately, like, no questions asked. Like, obviously you'd be put on trial and you'd be found guilty and you'd be court-martialed and something bad would happen to you because military discipline's important, right? They did not understand it that way because they just spent this stupid amount of time having people basically have a civil war, right? So when they had this massive, stupidly long civil war period, it was like there's constantly factions going to war for the emperor, right? Supposedly, but like in name only, with each other and rebelling against each other, quote unquote, for the emperor, and it like all this propaganda surrounding it. And the problem is when you have a very, very long period of people, doing all this basically civil war stuff, not for the emperor, but because like, hey, I want this, hey, I want that, and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, for their own reasons. But having all this propaganda and telling all of your soldiers, hey, well, yes, I rebelled against so and so, but it was for the emperor. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What ended up happening is many, literally hundreds of years of this sort of craziness going on, of all these, like, the total war period, and then like later you had like, okay, well, there's the shogunate period, and then there's all these rebellions against the shogunate, and then one of the rebellions won, but then the shogunate wasn't for the emperor, he was bad. Like, constantly being like, rebellion after rebellions after rebellions, and sometimes the rebels win. When the rebels win, it paints the other side as being the bad guy because they weren't fighting for the emperor; they were, selfish or whatever, and constantly redrawing what was right or not right or wrong or whatever. And because they were constantly doing this, after a while, this like hundreds and hundreds of years of people like redrawing who was the good guys and who was the bad guys because they weren't loyal enough or whatever. Like people started to believe the propaganda, and then people started to get sort of a twisted view of what they should be doing, right, as a soldier, because they've been hearing all this fucking propaganda of like, well, what does a good soldier do? Like the ideal soldier, like that idea of like what that is in their heads isn't somebody who at the time isn't somebody who actually did what they were told, right? And was like loyal to the government. They were someone loyal to the emperor. And what does that mean? Uh that's a bit up into interpretation when you have an emperor who's basically that's a figurehead at that point and doesn't really tell people what he wants them to do all the time. And also sometimes people are like, well, maybe he said this, but maybe he doesn't mean this because, he was forced to say this or whatever. Like, there's a lot of stuff left up into interpretation of basically what do you think is the best thing to do for Japan, and what's the best thing to do for Japan, no one agrees on because like substitute Japan with any nation. You know what I mean? Like, what is the best thing to do for nation X? No one's ever going to agree. There's always disagreements. And because there's always, like, some people might think, well, we need to show these people that they shouldn't mess with our country by, executing all of the prisoners. Or we need to follow the, national law to show them that we're a civilized country. While different people will have different agreements of what, the right thing to do is there. Uh, and so yeah, lots of war crimes. And nobody was punished because they had this, like, if you were doing it for the emperor, then you didn't commit a crime, you were trying to serve the emperor but made a mistake. Or whatever. Like, they had this sort of weird view on it, where, like, right and wrong is kind of messed up. Because, hey, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of people trying to find weird ways to justify treason kind of led to a society where people were finding weird ways to justify treason or making it difficult to punish somebody for doing treasonous actions because, oh wait, didn't we do basically the same thing once upon a time? You know what I mean? Like, it got really murky. Where it's like, did, Group X also not torture prisoners? Did Group X also not betray so and so? Did Group X also not do this horrible thing? It's like, it became very difficult for them to really do stuff as a modern military would because, oh yeah, we also did this horrible thing once upon a time. Anyway, we need to go to Rain to Stop and tech on our shop. Rain to Stop most important because we need bolts. Anyway, it was weird, and like the more you read about the history, the more weird it gets. Where it's like, and like everyone knew everybody in small world type stuff. Where it's like, oh yeah, so and so killed so and so, but they were also like good family friends. This is like, wait, what? It's like, oh yeah, we tried this guy for treason, but I also had sex with his daughter. And we also married to this family or married to that family. And it's like very confusing at times of like whose side everyone's on. Hmm. So, trade with Houndu. it becomes very difficult to really read the history of, Japan and like the various rebellions, various, infighting between various groups, and clearly point out this is the good guys, these are the bad guys. But the whole like history is written by the winners thing, right? So the winners had to find some way to sort of like justify their actions. And when they aren't always justifiable, you know, which led to some weird stuff. Like, how do you justify this? You can't. Oh, got him. Wait a minute. You're under arrest. How can you blame me for doing this thing when a couple years ago you did the exact same thing? Oh, right. Guess you get a pardon. Weird time in history. Uh, let's see. Then I'll move that down. And then, alright, and so that can be moved down. This can be moved here. That can be moved down. Alright. Anywho, point is, if you spend a stupid amount of time having civil wars and trying to find ways to justify it, inevitably, the people who believe the reasons you give for justifying it are going to have problems because they're like, oh, you said this is okay because you did this and, that was a thing and you said this was okay. So that means I can do it too. That's, people behaving badly over time teaches other people to behave badly over time, and that it's okay because they didn't get in trouble for it. Right? Right? And that, long term, lots of problems. We should probably look over this and be like, who has medicine we can get rid of? It's like last legs. So we have so much medicine. It's crazy. Alright. Sell that. Sell that. That. Fine. This is kind of funny because it's basically what's going on right now in politics, where it's like one side of the government, what's the word, parties was like, hey, we should use the, what do you call it, the Supreme Court to do politics basically by voting in, politically active Supreme Court people, right? That the Senate chooses, or no, the president chooses. Yeah, the president chooses the Supreme Court members. The president gets to decide who they are, to a degree. He gets to appoint them, and then the Senate has to approve them. So if you have the control of the president of the Senate, you can appoint Supreme Court justices that are your political whatever. And in theory, the political system is not supposed to be with the courts. And everyone agrees that's the case. But one party did it, so then the other party did it, so then the other party did it. So it's sort of like, well, they say this, their actions say otherwise. And so, like, one party was like, oh, let's get all these, Democrats in control. And now the other party's like, oh, we got all these Republicans in control. And now the Democrats are like, you can't do that. We agreed we weren't supposed to do that. Well, yeah, but then you did it. And now they're doing it too. And it's like, we all agree that's probably not the way this government should work, right? So why don't we just not do that? Oh, wait, you did it too. It's like somewhat hypocritical for all parties involved. And a complete mess. Because, like, when you think about it, if you have the Supreme Court flip-flopping on decisions constantly, like, that's not exactly a functional government, right? That's, like, how are you supposed to live your life and, run a country that way when the Supreme Court just randomly flip-flops based off which political power is in control, right? You can't. It's a mess. And that's a problem. It's bad. Hey. That's our least favorite thing. And he's out of money. But, like, once you open that genie, how do you get rid of that genie of, like, political stuff in the Supreme Court? Like, bottle's been open. How do you shut it and trust the other side to, also shut it? Not reopen the genie. Alright, 25k. He's got money. Don't think he's got anything I really want. Okay, got some long bolts. So, and got some backpacks. And a little bit of food. That's sort of like the problem right now. Is like, everyone on paper says, hey, this is a bad idea. We shouldn't be doing this. And yet, in practice, when it comes down to it, they're fucking doing it anyway because they don't trust the other side not to do it. Which is like, creates a dysfunctional everything. Which is a problem. How am I going to do this? That's not gonna fit. Wouldn't fit here, it'll fit here. Anywho. Random rant of the day. Once you pull that genie out of the bottle, it's really hard to put back in the bottle and get to non-political Supreme Courts. And it's out of the bottle. Which sucks for everyone. But think about it. If you are a gun manufacturer, right? And you want to make a gun, but every fucking other year, there's like a new president or a new whatever, or every 4 years, and a new president or new senate, and they change the laws. And now your products are illegal and you have to remanufacture or redesign them. Like, you're this, like, if it's expensive to make all the manufacturing stuff to make these things, right? So the idea is, okay, you make the tools to mass produce this thing, and then you sell it over a long period of time to make up the tooling costs. And if you don't do the math right, because you can only sell it for a couple years and now it's illegal, then you just lost a ton of money. And you can only afford to lose money so many times before you're out of business. Right? So you're just putting a ton of gun manufacturers out of business all the time. And like, some people might be like, oh, that's good because we don't like gun manufacturers. But like, you like having a military, right? You know, that like these companies that make guns for civilians make guns for military too. Like, part of, like, what's a good example? This is hard because all of my stuff is around like antique, like all of my research for the most part is like antiques. So and I'm definitely more focused on swords and guns. So like, which antique guns have actually played a difference in a war that have been made by a U.S. manufacturer is kind of a hard list to think of on the spot from memory. Um, hmm. Antique designs that are U.S. manufactured. Well, it's Colt. Colt was somewhat of a big deal in the pistol world, but it probably wasn't. It was mostly useful. Ooh, you're dead. What? Somebody shoot you? How did you die? You have a ton of head damage. Colt was a really big deal in the pistol world, and they did build a lot of pistols that got used by U.S. cavalry, which was a big deal in giving U.S. cavalry the ability to basically be like. So when you have to on the ground, when you have to reload a single shot gun, that's bad, right? Like you don't ideally you want to have like multi-shot guns, right? But it's not as bad as when you're on horseback. In horseback, it's a lot worse, especially if you have to do black powder reloading. So being able to have black powder pistols that are multi-shot was like a huge deal for cavalry, and that is why we had lots of cavalry revolvers, but we didn't have lots of like that had like cavalry in their fucking name that were like aimed at selling specifically to cavalry. But we don't have a lot of like infantry or artillery or other types of revolvers that are designed to be sold to a specific, part of the military like we have with cavalry. Because the cavalry really needed it. And the infantry, it was useful, but it wasn't like as a big deal as it was for cavalry. Uh it's a big deal, but it's even more of a big deal to have multi-shot guns for cavalry. And it didn't really like it mattered for the Civil War, but both sides had it, right? Um, because it wasn't new for the Civil War. I have to feed you too. Anyway, what really mattered is against American Indians. So, killing American Indians is somewhat of a, what's the word? Hot topic. uh, but maybe this isn't the best example. But it really did help in the American Indian, I say wars, campaigns. I don't even know. Battles that were going on off and on as various American Indian tribes were fighting the army through various years. Like, famously, Custard from the whole Custard Last Stand was not a fan of multi-shot guns, and he didn't have any in his troop because he wanted his soldiers to use single-shot guns, and his reasoning behind that is he thought if people felt like they could afford to miss, that they would be less like more rust in firing and less likely to shoot accurately, and he thought if you have a single-shot gun you will understand. No, like you have to hit that shot, and if you don't, it's going to take a long time to reload, and you could get killed in that meantime. It's very important that you hit that shot, and he felt that urgency helped make people more accurate. With, yeah, he's the only one who felt that way. And, surprise, surprise, in combat, that did not turn out to be the case, and he died, and so did his army. For, you know, the good reason of, like, yeah, that's stupid. Do or die is, you know, like, if you have the ability to give your people to shoot more than one bullet, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Bad take. General Custard. And military doctrine has proved that since then. That was a bad take. That was a really bad take. And it's unfortunate so many people had to die to figure that out. But yeah, such is life. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? That'll fit. That'll fit. This'll fit. Why does this not fit? Because of this thing. Kind of. And other reasons too. Could this move all the fucking teeth over? Fill up all those little tiny holes here and there. Alright. Auto saving. That's beyond. Move over here. They can take out that guy. You're empty, you're empty. So, point is, having multi-shot pistols really made a big deal on cavalry or, you know, mounted infantry, where reloading on a horse is very challenging. If you don't get it, go look up a video of somebody, like, showing off how to reload a black powder pistol. Like, there's a lot of steps involved. This isn't just, like, get a speed loader and put the bullet in the thing. Like, speed loaders aren't a thing, but even if, you know, like, this isn't a cartridge, right? We're not putting, like, just the bullet. You also have to put the gunpowder and some other stuff, and you have to use the right amount of gunpowder. Which means you have to measure it or have it pre-measured. And if you have pre-measured it, then you have, like, normally, like, little paper, like, things with sort of like a salt packet. And, oh wait, another gorillo? Alright. So we're gonna come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unhold. Fight the gorillo. They have all these, like, little paper cup-like things. That, not cup, like, salt packet-like things. For the gunpowder. At least they did once upon a time. Not really a thing these days. As far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. I don't know of anyone who still uses actual gunpowder charges like that. Maybe they exist somewhere. How would I do this? Right, 4. There. That's not ideal, but yeah. Alright. So. We need... fix this, and I don't know how to fix this. Other than maybe doing something like this. Alright. That fix it? Oh, for the 3. But now it's 4. Oh wait, no, he's empty. So yeah, it's fine. I guess we're gonna go this way. Anywho, that was a really big deal for cavalry and saved a lot of lives and won a lot of battles we might have otherwise lost, like Custer's Last Stand, by having cavalry with multi-shot pistols. Saved a lot of lives and killed a lot of American Indians, so sort of, mixed feelings there. Like, a lot of those could be avoided by this, not being total assholes, and it's sort of like too little, too late. Ooh. He's gone hostile. Do I want to hunt an Abeloth? Or not, BMS, not Abeloth. Why am I saying Abeloth? Because I'm thinking about, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anywho. Wait, you guys are not on hold? Apparently. It's gonna take a while. Alright. You have... Okay, so some bad legs, a bad chest. Let's get you over here. Let's get your buddy to replace you. That'll make it slightly easier to tap through them. Oh, we got him hits. Head and chest damage. Alright. Hold. Go. And if we lose a limb, we lose a limb. Not a big deal. You need to all move before you get fucked by massive AoE of this thing. Looks like he hit somebody. 2 legs. What happens if you lose them both? Dun dun dun. Alrighty. Okay, you hold. Come over here. Green, unhold. If you lose a leg, you lose a leg. I don't think his stomach's gonna kill you. He hits hard, but you also have decent armor. We got this. Okay. So, you got hit in the arm, and you got hit in the chest. Chest hit is dangerous. I'm gonna put you on hold. Run over here. Green got hit in the chest. Alright. You unhold. Come here. Pick up. And now they're fighting something else. Of course they are. Oh no. Eevee. What the fuck happened to Eevee? What? No one's on hold. What the fuck? Also, one of you needs to quickly finish this guy off, take off his... Yes. Why the heck? What happened? You done healing? Alright, we have finished off, our boy. I'm thinking you're picking up green. You come pick up Eevee. What happened to Eevee? I don't know. Oh, and that thing's still alive. You? Trade with Mountain Doom, trade with Eevee. Grab the leather and the teeth. Alrighty. So I'm thinking this is probably good enough. We are almost 2 hours in, or maybe about 2 hours in. Counting is hard. If I have this in 2 parts now instead of 1 part, so I can't just look at a timer. But I'm gonna have to edit this and upload it, and it's gonna take a while. So I think it's probably long enough for an upload. I want to keep them over a little, like around an hour or a bit over an hour. But I often go over. It's kind of like waiting for something to happen. But this will do. I want to try escape, settings, options, graphics. All right. No graphics. Gameplay. Gameplay. No. General is general. Show floating. Whatever. No. Character names off. Right. Yeah. Screenshot. Character names on. Anywho, that will be it for today. It's been Kenshi 101 episode 73. Like when I started, I did not think I'd get this many episodes in. Like I thought maybe like 50 hours to do it all. But I've vastly underestimated how much busy work there is running around when you don't have like a huge fucking base that's to store everything. And you're not constantly going back to that base to dump everything. You have to carry all of your supplies and extra whatever. So yeah, it's taking forever. But for now, that's it. I'll have another episode tomorrow. See ya.